All right, we're recording. Get started in about a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to this fourth installation in this series on Kundalini Yoga for Intuition and Prosperity. My name is Marcia Coyen, and I'm broadcasting to you from the Temple of the Coiled Splendor, a center for mind, body, spirit integration and performance based here in Portland, Oregon. For those of you that haven't been to the class before, we're 4 classes in. Each class is independent, and we've been working on the theme of intuition and prosperity and how to cultivate them. Coming out of 2020 and the pandemic, the idea being that people are really wanting to think about what's next, like where to go with their energy, their attention, and what's honestly been one of the craziest periods in American, if not world history. And so, they say that people perish without a vision, and there are tools within Kundalini Yoga that help you access that vision and also give you the energy and the prosperity conscious to realize it. So that's the theme of this class. In this class in particular, tonight we're working on this notion of what's called the multidimensional body. In yoga theory, the idea is that we don't necessarily have one body. Physically, you look at this body and you're like, okay, that's what I am. Maybe your mind. But yoga kind of thinks of the human being almost like an onion, that there are layers from the more dense to the more subtle, the more inner you go. And so they call that the panch kosha, or the 5 sheaths, like sheaths of an onion or skins of an onion. And this is important to prosperity conscious intuition. And so why? Well, if you don't know what's in your other bodies, or you're not aware of these other bodies and how they affect you, that can negatively impact your awareness. It can also impact your own abundance and prosperity. So 1, even knowing they're there is important. And 2, doing things to cleanse and purify them and strengthen them are all part of what it means to be a multidimensional self and be effective in its expression. Also, a big part of it is thinking about what's beneath the surface of things. Great metaphor that's used oftentimes is that consciousness is like an iceberg. You see what's on the top and you think that's the whole thing, but underneath there's all this other stuff going on. And one of the ways of thinking of Kundalini Yoga is it's bringing the unconscious to consciousness, the unaware to the aware. So the stuff that's hidden, that's buried, you bring those up to be seen and then moved through in such a way that those things and those patterns don't shape you, that you rise above them and then you master them. So let's talk a little bit about what the 5 sheaths are. So the first sheath, the physical sheath, is called the Annamaya Kosha, or the food body, and that's literally your physical form. It's what we think about the body. I am that, right? The next one is called the Pranamaya Kosha, or the pranic body, and you think of it as the chi body, your energy body. It's seen in the meridians that run through you in Chinese medicine. The equivalent of that would be the nadis in yoga theory, the subtle channels. Basically, the same idea is that you have energy flowing through you that is expressed through the pranic body. The next layer is, and these are all sort of in terms of subtlety, is the Manomaya Kosha, or the mental body, and also the emotional body. So your thoughts and emotions, and if you want to think about what the West pays attention to in its disciplines, it looks at the physical body, and then psychology, and to a degree psychiatry, or maybe not to a degree, looks at the mental emotional body. But the pranic energy body, there's nothing really in Western medicine that acknowledges that. Then, and that's why we often go to Chinese medicine or Ayurveda. And then it gets even more subtle to what's called the Jnanamaya Kosha, or the subtle body, or the wisdom body. And the best way to think about that, if you've ever seen the movie Doctor Strange, and how Dr. Strange kind of like projects himself out of his physical body so he can wander through the astral plane and encounter all these forces and beings. That's the subtle body. It's as if you could totally take your whole being, yet made a subtle copy of it, and that thing could project. And it's said that can travel in dreams. So when people have dreams, they encounter other people, they say their subtle bodies are interacting with each other. It's also thought to be, part of what happens when you die, or, past, when you have near-death experiences, sometimes your subtle body might leave you. Then finally, there's what's called the Anandamaya Kosha, or the bliss body, also called the causal body. That's associated with your innermost self, or the Atman. They say in yoga, the Atman and the Brahman are one. The prime creator is everywhere and also within. So this is the most essential part of you. And as I said, Western medicine doesn't really deal with the subtle, the pranic, or the causal body. And it's true in yoga theory that you can get sicknesses in those other bodies. Sure, we can get a physical sickness, but it's said sometimes that the sicknesses actually start in the causal body. And that has to do with, are you aligned with wisdom? Well, if not, then that can make its way into your subtle body, and then that can make its way into your energetic body, your mental body, all the way down to your physical. So it's said that the true cause of illness is usually at a much higher level before it makes its way down into the physical form. So a lot of times in yoga practice, and you'll find this in shamanic practice as well, you're trying to deal with things in some of those more abstract, subtle layers, because those are thought to be the root cause of some of the concerns that happen in your physical form. For instance, a person that's going through life, they seem to have everything going for them, and they're wealthy and they're successful, and boom, a disaster happens. Well, maybe there's something going on at the subtle level, at the karmic level, or their energetic level. These things, they haven't had the protective field that gives them the robustness from outside negative energies. So this is when we start talking about the different bodies in yoga. They become a part of prosperity and intuition, because you need to have strong, multidimensional bodies, so you're able to, express yourself in the most powerful way in life. So those 5 bodies in this practice, Kundalini Yoga, we take those and we double them. So don't want to get too down into the weeds, but we have what are called the 10 bodies. The 10 bodies are basically a build on the 5 bodies. So for instance, the physical body is the same in this form of yoga. The aura, we don't talk a lot about that in the classic Panch Kosha, but the aura is if you were to take all of your energetic and your karmic, your chakras, that creates like a sheath around you in terms of how you're vibrating. How do other people pick up on what you're doing? Like, are your chakras blocked? Are they open? Is your energy body robust? Well, then you might have more of a healthy aura. Whereas, if they're all blocked and gummed up and your physical body's gummed up, you might have a cloudier aura. The arc line is thought to be like the halo that runs from ear to ear and from nipple to nipple for women, ear to ear for men. And the arc line is seen as that what protects you and also helps you project. So it protects you from negative forces, but it also helps you project your ideas and your will into the world. Then you have the negative, positive, and neutral mind. So these are just like the mental body, but in this form of yoga, you divide them into 3. So the positive mind is that part of your consciousness that goes for something, that sees an opportunity. The negative mind is the protective mind. It kind of discerns. And they can both have imbalances. If you have too much positive mind, you might be a Pollyanna. Everything looks great. Too little, you don't trust an opportunity. The negative mind, a good one, you know how to keep the bad things out. An unbalanced negative mind, you don't know how to keep anything out, or maybe you think everything's bad. And then the neutral mind balances these in a way that they work together. Just a couple more. The radiant body is seen as the outer edge of the aura. And that's the thing that magnetizes things to you. So a person is very charismatic, that gets up on a stage and people are just drawn to them. They have a really strong radiant body. They're magnetic. And this form of yoga will help you cultivate that. One last point about the multidimensional body. It's said that when we die, there's only 2 bodies that continue to live. One is the soul, or the causal body, the you of you, the essence of you. Then the subtle body, which is, like I said, that Dr. Strange kind of mirror image of who and what you are. And that contains all of the memories and all the choices of your lifetime and everything you thought, everything you've done. So it's said that when you die, the subtle body wraps itself around your soul body and it projects out through your 10th gate. And then it goes into the ethers to have its next journey of incarnation. And that's why people have past life reviews is their subtle body is rounding itself around the causal body. So the witness is seeing one's lifetime. And you can actually move through that in life through meditation, and you can actually, cleanse those patterns. That's a big part of what yoga does, is it helps you kind of remove the karmic traces so that you're not carrying that stuff with you from lifetime to lifetime. So that was a lot of theory, but the multidimensional body is a very interesting topic, and knowing how to work with those energies and how to cultivate them is very important in terms of prosperity and in terms of abundance. So we're going to dive right now into the actual physical yoga part of the class. And in order to do that, we always sit up straight in Kundalini yoga, and we rub the hands together briskly, and we place the knuckles into the center of the chest, and we inhale deeply. We exhale, and we're going to chant a mantra, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Om Namo means I call upon the infinite wisdom beyond myself, and Guru Dev Namo means I call upon the infinite wisdom within myself. Inhale, exhale, and inhale to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale and exhale. And begin just rotating on your spine in what are called Sufi grinds. Just warming up the spine as you move round and round with the breath. Eyes closed down, focus at your third eye point. Just get into the body a little bit here. And the other way. Nice full rotation. Nice and easy with the breath, just full circles. Few more, and inhale and exhale. We're going to do a couple quick breath practices and a squeezing muscle lock. So long deep breathing is our relaxing breaths. Go ahead and place the hand on the belly. Inhale and exhale. Imagine that balloon is expanding and contracting from the spine. And again, inhale, expand that balloon, and exhale. That's a relaxing breath, and that calms the brain, calms the mind down, and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. Now that same motion, rapid breathing, you're going to inhale and collapse that balloon back toward the spine with a rapid exhale. Looks like this. And inhale and exhale. That's our energizing breath to activate the sympathetic nervous system. So we're going to go back and forth between these two types of breathing. I would just say that if you're on your moon, don't do breath of fire, and also don't do inverted poses. You'll do long, deep breathing instead. The final explanation is you inhale, hold the breath in, pull up on the rectum, navel, sex organs, squeeze those energies, the lower basic pelvis up, concentrate at the third eye point, and relax the breath and the lock. That lock, root lock, or mulband, we'll do that at the end of class to pull the energy up the spine. So I think we've gone through all of the basic introductory practices. I would just say that you don't hurt yourself. I can't monitor you. So do things at your own ability. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come into lying on our back, and we're going to do 1 minute of what's called stretch pose. So we're going to lift the toes 6 inches off the floor, point at the toes, and do that breath of fire, and begin. Keep up, almost there. Last little bit. Your best. Inhale and exhale down. Relax the breath, relax the lock. Long, deep breathing. Just completely relax on the back. Just to activate our inner heat. And inhale and exhale. Okay, coming on to the hands and knees now for a little cat-cow to warm up the spine. So hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale up into cow, exhale down into cat. We're going to do 26 at your own pace and begin. And when you're done, inhale up into cow. Pull up from that root block, rectum, navel, sex organ, squeeze energy up the spine, focus your third eye point. And exhale down into cat, release the lock in the breath. And inhale up into cow. And exhale down into cat. Okay. We're gonna do a couple of different really good exercises for strengthening our core now. So we're gonna come up into what's called bow. So come lying down on your back, and what you want to try to do is you want to reach back, you want to grab your ankles, and we're going to come up into a bow pose, focusing at the third eye point. We're going to arch up with breath of fire for 1 minute. If you can't do that, just try to bring your legs back and bring your head up. Ideally, you want to grab and breath of fire, begin. Last little bit now, your best. Inhale, pull up on that root lock, squeeze the root lock, focus the third eye point, and relax the breath in the lock and the legs. Hands come to the side, turn your head in one direction. Inhale, exhale, completely relax. Long, deep breathing, just be with the breath, and just chill. Continue to breathe. Okay, we're going to do 2 more warm-ups now before we jump into the Kriya. We always do warm-ups, and then we will do a little pranayama, actually, breath work. So this next exercise, we're going to, let me see here. We're going to go ahead and come up into what's called camel. So you can put your hands on your hips, you can drop back. That's one way to do it. Or you can go ahead and come back and you can grab your toes and arch your head back. Ideally with your feet flat on the ground. I have one foot that's giving me trouble. So you want to go ahead and come back with breath of fire. And if not, go ahead and arch your head back to the best of your ability. So 1 minute of that, breath of fire, and begin. Last little bit now. Inhale, arch up, root lock, and exhale, slowly release the posture and reverse it. Bring the forehead to the floor to baby pose. Hands come to the heels. Long, deep breathing, complete relax. Just be with the breath. Totally chill. Long, deep breathing. And inhale and exhale. Okay, last warm up. We're going to do plank. So this is another good one for the core. You're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and try to bring yourself into a platform or a plank position. Ideally, your butt down. And we're going to do that for 1 minute with regular breathing. And begin. Relax, regulate the breath, long, deep breathing. Last bit now. And inhale. And exhale, lower the knees and lower the forehead to the floor. Relax. Baby pose, long, deep breathing. Just chill there for a moment. And inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to do a little pranayama. We usually do that after the Kriya, but this time we're going to do it before for a reason I'll explain. So we've been working with this very simple pranayama. Pranayama means breath work. That's about balancing the two faculties of our consciousness, the solar and lunar faculties. So in yoga, the left nostril is the lunar nostril. It's the calming parasympathetic nervous system. And the right nostril is the solar. It's the active, engaging sympathetic nervous system. And we want to balance these two forces. So we're stillness and motion, motion and stillness. Always in yoga, you're trying to balance the opposites. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to inhale through the left nostril with a count of 4. Hold the breath in by plugging the two nostrils and count 16 inside your mind. Then you're going to exhale through the right nostril for a count of 8. Then you're going to reverse it. Inhale 4, hold 16, exhale 8. So we're going to be doing 3 and 3, or total of 6. I'll stop, you'll see. Let's go ahead and start with the left nostril. Inhale. and release. Inhale. Pull up on the root lock, concentrate at the third eye point, and relax the breath. All right. Now we're going to move into the Kriya. So this is a Kriya to activate the 10 bodies. So at the beginning, those 10 bodies I was telling you about, we're going to do a Kriya or a set of exercises to activate it. So we're going to come back to that first exercise we did just as a warm up, but now it's part of the meditation or the class. We're going to do that breath of fire with the toes 6 inches off the floor in stretch pose. And ready, begin. Almost there, keep up. And inhale and exhale down. Relax the breath, relax the mind, long deep breathing, completely relax. And inhale and exhale. Next exercise, we want to bring the nose between the toes, between the knees. So make yourself into a ball and breath of fire. Last little bit now. Inhale, pull up on the root log, squeeze into a ball, and relax the breath and the head and the arms. And inhale and exhale. Completely relax, long, deep breathing. Just be. And inhale and exhale. Come sitting up now. So those first two were really for activating the physical body. Now we're going to move on to the aura and the arc line. So really powerful aura practice is ego eradicators. Put the fingers, the pads, the palms. You lift the arms up to 60 degrees and you imagine a radiant arc of light moving between the thumbs, kind of in a halo. This is for the arc line, the aura, and also to a degree the subtle body. And let's go and activate that. Closed eyes down, focus the third eye point, and begin. And inhale. Inhale deeper. Pull up on the root log and bring the thumbs together over the head. Stretch up. And exhale, relax the breath. The arms come down gently towards the knees. Fingers in Gyan Mudra. Wisdom position. Inhale. And exhale. Long, deep breathing. And just feel that energetic expression through the aura. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, now we're going to do an alternate life nerve stretch. So the life nerve is really just the channels that run along the inside of the thighs here. We're going to stretch the legs out to the side. We're going to inhale center, exhale left. Try to get a good feel there. Inhale center, exhale right. So it's just really a side stretch, not fast, but you're also hold for just like a second and then move to the next one. So we're going to just do that. Moving the pranic body and continue. And inhale up, exhale, pull down, and just hold in a front stretch, breath held out. Well, continue just to breathe naturally. So just pull forward, long, deep breathing. Now we're going to activate it. So we're going to inhale, coming up, exhale, pull down. Keep that third eye focused. Your mind isn't wandering, and focus on the breath. Inhale up, exhale, pull down, pull up on that root lock, concentrate third eye point, and inhale, and exhale, relax the lock and the breath, and gently walk the legs back into easy pose. Inhale, and exhale, long, deep breathing, just focusing your third eye point, just breathe. And inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to grab the shins, we're going to do spinal flex. We're going to inhale forward, flex the spine forward, exhale back, kind of like a cobra moving back and forth. Keep that eye focused on the third eye point. Inhale forward, exhale back, warm up that spine, and continue. Inhale, straight spine. Inhale deeper. Pull up on that root lock. Focus at your third eye point. And exhale, relax the breath in the lock. Inhale and exhale. And release the thighs. Come sitting back up into easy pose now. Hands on the thighs. Actually, not easy pose, rock pose. We're going to do that same spinal flex, but we're going to have the hands on the thighs. Focus again, third eye point, and begin. Inhale. Pull that root lock, squeeze the third eye point, focus there. And exhale, relax the breath in the lock. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to do spinal twist now. So the hands are resting on the shoulders. We're going to inhale left, exhale right. Just moving like a washing machine. Don't tweak your back. Start off slow and begin. A little faster now. Inhale. Inhale deeper. Pull up on the root lock. Focus on the third eye point. And relax the breath in the hands. Come down to the knees. Inhale. And exhale. Completely relax the breath. Long, deep breathing. Focus on the third eye. Okay, now we're going to place the hands on the shoulders. We're going to inhale. We're going to try to touch the elbows behind your head. And obviously, if you can't do this, fine. But the main thing is you try to stretch and try. And then they come back to neutral. So 1 minute of that and begin. Inhale up, root lock. And exhale, relax the breath, and the hands come down to the knees. Inhale and exhale. Completely relax, long, deep breathing. Completely relax the breath. And inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to do what are called choppers. I don't know the appropriate, if there is an appropriate yoga name for this. So you're going to interlock the hands in the Venus lock. You're going to inhale up as if you were lifting up an axe to cut wood, and you're going to chop down through. And this is really good for cutting through energetic blockages that get into your subtle body and your aura. So we're going to go ahead and do that with the breath and begin. Inhale up, pull up with the root lock, and exhale, lower the hands, hands on the knees, inhale. Exhale completely. Long, deep breathing, relax the breath, relax the mind, just be with the breath. And inhale, and exhale. And release the thighs, release the legs, and go ahead and come back into easy pose. We just have a few more physical exercises, then we'll do a layout and a final meditation. So this next three is really a variation on shoulder shrugs. And the way it's explained is that this is about balancing the positive, negative, and neutral mind, because there's a lot of symmetry in these exercises. So we're going to start off inhaling left, exhaling right. Then we're going to switch it. We're going to inhale right, exhale left. And then finally, we're going to do both together. So this is about sort of balancing the hemispheres of the brain, which do correspond to a degree with the positive and negative and neutral mind. So starting off with one shoulder, then we'll do the other one, and then we'll do both. And begin. And switch shoulders now. Inhale the other one. Exhale the other one. And both together. And inhale, both shoulders up. Pull up on that root lock. Squeeze the energy up the spine. And relax the breath, the lock, and the arms down in Jnana Mudra. Inhale. And exhale. Completely relax, long, deep breathing. Empty the mind, empty the consciousness. Just be present to the breath. And inhale and exhale. Second to last physical exercise now. So we're going to inhale, turning the head to the left. We're going to exhale, turning the head to the right. Once again, we're balancing those mental faculties. Then we're going to flip it. Inhale right, exhale left. So just one side now. Inhale left, exhale right. Begin. Inhale center. Exhale. Now the other way. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale center. Open that root lock, focusing on your eye points. And exhale, relax the breath. Keep that gentle mental focus in the third eye. Long, deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we've got one more physical exercise. We're going to do a layout. So these are called frogs. They're interesting. So you're going to have your heels together, and you're going to bend down between the toes, kind of like a frog. And you're going to inhale, and as you inhale, you're going to drop the head down, and you're going to come up. So it's like a bounce. It's like a bouncing frog, like this. So we're going to do, ideally, we're going to do 27 of them. Take a little break. Then we're going to do another 27 because it calls for 54, and doing them all in a row is a little hard. So we're going to do 27 frogs, take a break, and then 27 more, and begin. Tune to your own pace. I know I did those fast. Do what you can. Go ahead and just come standing up when you're ready, if you're done, but keep going. Okay, last 27 now. Do your best. 27 frogs. Then we do a layout. So coming down, ready, and begin. Whew. Do your best. I know it's hard. If you're done, just kind of shake out the legs a little bit. Shake out the hips. Moving your hands. Okay, feet shoulder width apart. We're going to end with a little qigong breathing. Inhale. Exhale as you come up and let the air and the chi flow out. So you inhale, turn them over, and then exhale down. A few more. Inhale. Exhale. Get inhale. Turn over, exhale. Last one. Inhale. Turn over, exhale. Just rest your hands on your third chakra. Bend the knees slightly. Close the eyes down. Just feel your groundedness. Feel all the bodies you've activated. Breathe long and deep. And inhale. And exhale. And gently come lying on the back. Heels together, hands to the side. Inhale. Exhale completely. Long, deep breathing. Let yourself be supported by the earth. Let the energy go where it needs to go for healing and integration. Just be present to the breath, empty the mind, and just be. And inhale and exhale. All right, so go ahead and stretch over your hands with your hands and your feet. Make yourself a big long line. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then just twinkle the fingers and toes. And rotate the ankles and wrists in one direction and the other direction. And go ahead and rub the hands and feet together for circulation. Bring the knee across the chest. Turn your head the other way for a good stretch. And release the knee. And then the other knee comes into the chest, across your body for a real good stretch the other way. And then bring the knee in. Wrap the hands around the knees, rocking on the spine. And then come sitting up. And inhale and exhale. All right, so we're done with all of the physical yoga work, and now we're going to end with a great meditation. This is called Laya yoga. So Laya means absorption, to absorb your consciousness into something. And in Kundalini yoga, your jet flying yoga, we use a lot of sound. You know, the Vedas, everything is sound. You know, all the creation comes from an original sound bowl, and then it gets more complicated as it comes down to the layers of vibration, kind of like that jet. That's more complicated. So we call it nod. Nod means sound, the sound current. So absorbing your consciousness into the sound current raises your vibrational frequency. And so the mantra, we use a lot of mantra, we're going to use is Ekonkar, Satnam, Siri Waheguru. Ekonkar means oneness, vibrating creation into being. Satnam means its nature, or in essence is truth. Siri Waheguru means that is amazing, to know the oneness of all creation, vibrating through everything, because that same oneness is in everything, if you get beneath the surface of things. So we're going to say that chant, but the way we're doing this chant is we're thinking of it as a spiral. So we're going to imagine the chant starts down our root chakra, and we say ek, we squeeze up on that lower block, ek gong ka, till it hits the diaphragm, and we squeeze up on the middle lock, and then satanama, till it gets to the highest lock, then we release it, Siri Waheguru. So it's as if there's this spiral of sound, like a serpent, spiraling up through our being released through our crown chakra. And what this does is this takes all of the 10 bodies that we've just been activating and it integrates them, and it lines them up with our central channel, and it creates that integration, which is another definition for yoga, which is to integrate, also to align. So we're going to try to do that for 11 minutes, Laya yoga, and let us begin. Ekongha Satanam Siliwa Hey Guru 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 Ekongha Satanam Ekong Ha Satanam Siliwa Heiru 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 Ekonga Satanam Siliwa Hey do Ekonga Satanam Siliwa Hey do Ekonga Satanam Siliwa Hey do Ekonga Satanam Siliwa Hey Satanam Siliwa Hey do Ekonga 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 Satanam Hey do Ekonga Satanam Siliwa 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 Hey do Satanam Siliwa Hey do Ekonga 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 Satanam Siliwa Hey do. And just inhale, exhale, and listen to the sound current vibrating through your consciousness. Feel its rotation to infinity. Feel all your 10 bodies integrated into one. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we usually in class with a song. If you don't know it, you'll pick it up, rub the hands briskly, place the knuckles into the center of their chest. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale and inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sam. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. All right, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.